Hello, and welcome. Just give everyone a few minutes to pop on while we have a chance to chat and check that you can hear me and that all the sound is going well. So let's see. Hold on. Let's move over to the chat here. Let me know, guys, as you come in, if you can hear me. So, a few people popping on. Hello and hello. Welcome to our Cavy chat time. Let me get you a link because for those of you that did not participate last week, we had some fantastic people join online. So I'm going to give you a link again. Hello, Guinea Pig Sue. Hi. Let me just get the link going. And I'm going to pop it down there in the chat. And then let's see. I think you'll have it there. Awesome. Or up there, depending on which way you're looking. Okay, so hi everyone and welcome. If you have not been here to this channel before, this is the Cavy Central Guinea Pig Rescue Channel. And we are a rescue here in New South Wales in Sydney, Australia. So we are still in lockdown. So still here, still in lockdown, still have over 100 guinea pigs and lots going on to keep me busy anyway. Lots of cage cleaning, lots of issues. We've had some abscesses and other things in the background that I'll share through videos. But so that's where we're at the moment. Guinea Pig Sue says, I'm at work. You put me in the background. No problem at all. So as you come into the chat, say hi, everyone. I can see your numbers there. And what we have available is, again, as we did last week, there is a link over in the chat area that if you would like to share with me your guinea pigs to anyone watching at the moment, click on that link and you can then aim your phone at your guinea pigs and you can share them with us. So just to explain that process, when you click on that link, you don't suddenly appear live on YouTube. Don't be worried about that. But you literally click on that link and you come up here into a panel on the left-hand side where when you're ready and you've got your piggies in full view, we can then just pop the screen on and it can be shared. So if you have any questions at all about your piggies, we can do that while we're here tonight. So what I thought we would do is make this a regular opportunity for people because it's been very hit and miss, I recognize, over the last few months with everything that's been going on. And certainly we've had a lot of things in the background going on personally as well. So I'd like to make this a regular time at 8 p.m. here on a Tuesday where I drop in and certainly we can chat about anything guinea pig related. So we're going to have topics each week, and I hope next week, we've already lined some up, but we will start having some guest speakers on here. So other people that are passionate about these little piggies, we will have chats with them as well. So it'll be an informative little time together. And if you have questions or ideas around what you might like to cover at this time, pop it down in the chat now so you can pop it over in the comments if you're live or in the chat later if you're watching it when we've stopped the live stream, so that we can then incorporate that into the future weeks ahead. So there we go. So who do we have here? Guinea Pig Sue, you're the only one that's actually put comments in there, but I can see lots of numbers from different places on the web. And if you put your comments, guys, I can then see and say hello and welcome you in. Otherwise, I welcome you here anyway. So we are still in lockdown, and what that means for us is that we don't have adoptions occurring at the moment, although we have over 100 guinea pigs here in rescue, and they're all desperately looking for wonderful homes. Hi, Em. And we're getting a lot of emails coming in, and I do apologize if we haven't responded to you about those, because literally there is just me dealing with everything right now. So we're trying to look at that in the background, and hopefully we can then organize some contact-free ways to actually look at adoptions. The feeling here in Australia is that we will shortly come out of lockdown. So that's really exciting. Hi, Taken. And when that happens, we can then slowly start to resume things. It won't be exactly as it was before, but we will start to resume adoptions, which we're looking forward to as well. We've got a very long list of surrenders as well that need to come in. So again, we can start to move through those as things progress. But we're doing it in little bite-sized steps to begin with, simply through safety more than anything. So a few people in the chat coming in here. Okay, so do we have any questions tonight? Anyone want to throw up a question? I know. I would definitely be happy. Tyken says, be happy for all the piggies. You mean to have them come out of lockdown? I think they'll be happy as well. They're getting lots of grass time and in and out, and lots of variety, which is good. But, you know, in terms of finding their forever home, that is delayed. And we can't help that. It's just how things are at the moment. To be adopted, absolutely. So would we. But they're all happy. They're all, they're all doing very well, which is great. We have no dramas, so to speak, which is great. We had a rescue which was going to actually take place, which has actually not taken place. So in a way, that is a relief, because it means that a lot of the guinea pigs that were coming here were going to travel a long distance to be here. So I'm glad that that hasn't occurred. But I'm really pleased that, you know, things are in hand and we don't need to take on that extra load at the moment, which is great. Hi, Chris. Oh, 5 a.m. Oh, my goodness. That's very early in the morning, just waking up. Well, time here is 8:15 in the evening. For those of you just joining us, we're going to keep this as a regular time for chatting. So 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night, I will see you here, and we're going to make it a little bit more interactive, which is great. So, right. In terms of, hi, Ella. Hello. In terms of topics, I've got quite a few of those planned for you, and I've got a couple of really interesting speakers that will come and present. They're going to be co-presenters, if you like, just a chance to chat with people on here, and it should be quite exciting. How many piggies do you have? How many piggies do you own out there? Most people commonly have 2, occasionally 3. And then you get the odd person that has 5, 10, 15, you know, and more. But commonly 2 is what people have. 11, 16, Tyken. Okay, excellent. How many do you have, Tyken? Am I pronouncing your name correctly? I hope so. Yeah, so typically 2 is the number. Now, the sorts of issues that brings up is that what happens if one passes away, because you're left with 1 piggy. And there's a lot of people here in lockdown that have had piggies pass away, and they're waiting desperately to find new buddies for their piggies. So the advantage in having 3 is that if 1 did pass away, you've then still got 2 and a little bit of more time, if you like, to actually introduce others. Hi, Tam Tam. Good to see you. You'll get the Tuesday morning off. Perfect. Well, we'll be here 8 p.m. our time every Tuesday. I will be here, because I think we've been too hit and miss of late. And our adoption days typically run on a weekend, and they interchange. We usually had 3 on a Saturday, 1 on a Sunday, because people often had sport on. But of course, over 3.5 months ago, we all went into lockdown. Hi, Suzanne. Yay. One of our fantastic volleys who we miss enormously. And so we typically have adoptions on 3 Saturdays with the 1 Sunday combination for people who do sport. But again, we're still waiting for that to all resume before it happens. But every Tuesday night, I want to form a little group time here where we can gather, because I'm getting so many calls to pop in to help in different ways with different people, different groups. I thought, okay, let's bring it all together and put it in one place here, so that if you do have your questions, you can pop in and you can ask something. You can either put it up in the chat, or you can speak with me directly, or if you want to put your piggies on screen, you can do so as well. There's a link right at the top of this chat. You just click on that, and then we can talk about it that way. No, Tam, it's actually been here for over 3 months. We've been in lockdown for 3 and a bit months. Yeah, I think it's about 3.5 months now. Long time. In fact, I went out shopping, because we go out once a week just to do a shop. And, driving a car almost seems strange, because you just don't do it that often. So it's like the exciting event of the week. Chris says, Lynn, do you have personal pet piggies or just your rescues? A lot of them, well, all of the piggies I consider under my care here. But if you have a look at I did a stream for about 4 days straight with my boys. So there's a video just on them. It's like the longest video that we have on Cavy Central. And it's inside their CNC cage, and you can watch their antics and their behavior and what goes on. So those boys are permanently here. And there are a few others as well, but they tend to be my boys. So they will stay here forever. Tam says, UK petrol crisis. Oh, that's right. I've heard on the news it's not being distributed and difficult to get. Hopefully that will change. Excellent, Chris. Awesome. Well, we hope to make it really interactive, and we'll do some different things on here. I've got a few ideas. So I just really tonight wanted to let you know that this is the time slot that we will be starting. It'll be a Tuesday night, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Suzanne says, my car has a spider web inside it across the driver's door. There you go. Yeah, because we're under lockdown. You just can't go anywhere. Yeah. So that's really terrible. Yeah, and things like not running out of petrol. I know you've got the crisis there at the moment, Tam, but here, because we're not going out at all, you often forget where the level on the car is, because you're not driving all the time. Tomorrow is my hay day, so I'm off to get hay and all the necessities here. So Paul, if you're watching, I didn't get to go out. We actually had some brought by volunteers, dropped off last week, but tomorrow I'm going and can pick something up for you. So we do that as well. Yes. Yeah. We got there. Ella says she's currently hand making face masks, and part of the proceeds she'd like to go. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. If you email me, Ella, on admin@guineapigstuff.com, I can send you all of the information and get that to you. Okay, that would be really wonderful. There's been some sensational face masks, I have to say. Chantel, one of our amazing volleys, she had one on the other day. It was awesome. And it was a live stream from where she was working, but it was a fantastic face mask with little piggies everywhere. It was very cute. Are spiders okay with guinea pigs? No. Well, it's an interesting topic, that, because we have some really large spiders here in Australia, among other things that bite. But some of those spiders, for example, I think it's the funnel web, is not toxic to dogs. So while it will kill a person, it's not toxic to a dog. And there's not enough research or study to know that if that's the case with other animals. So they're assumed that, yes, they can be toxic and can be problematic. We don't often hear of spider bites occurring, but, we know that spiders don't necessarily affect other animals in the same way they affect us. So it's a really interesting thing. Best scenario is not to have any spiders there. So just keep them away for sure. Oh, you saved the spider, Suzanne. Well done. Well done. Suzanne saved a bee as well the other day. It was thirsty. And actually, Beck, if Beck is on here, has also saved a little bee. We get, we're not in hot weather at the moment. We're in spring. So things are starting to warm up for us here in Australia. But when we get really peak temperatures, lots of animals really suffer. And I know that Beck found a little bee on a pathway, and she took the bee and she put a little tiny bit of water near it and lapped it up, and it stayed there for an hour or two, then it flew away. So, even the smallest of animals can succumb to dehydration. Yeah. A lot of kind hearts out there, a lot of kind people I know. That's actually one of the things I love about rescue is the connection with people who really care about animals, and that sort of extends to people as well. So just our community is a great community, and I love that. I love connecting with you guys. So having this every Tuesday night, I think, is a really great way to enable that to happen a lot more, and maybe make it a bit easier as well, because as I've mentioned, I'm pretty hard to catch, and I'm on so many different platforms from Facebook and so on that I can get paged in something, but I might be out, working with an animal or doing something different, and I simply don't see it till hours go by. But if you know regularly that on a Tuesday I'll be here, bring your questions, and we can do that then as well. No, actually, we don't have babies. The last baby-like guinea pigs we have were ones that were dumped in a park about 6 weeks ago. Was it 6, maybe 4 weeks ago? And they were dumped down at Camden. And actually, no, it must be more than that now. That's time for you. And everything, another thing with being in lockdown, every day seems to be the same. It's very difficult to remember. You have to think, which day is it today? But yeah, I'll have to check the time frame. You can go back through the feeds and find out. But they were they're the most recent babies that we've actually had here, because all of the ones here in rescue have either been through their pregnancy watch or they've come in not pregnant, and they're now just settling, waiting for homes. Ha, Suzanne says we have spiders in Australia. I'll pop that one up, Suzanne. Here we are. There we go. We have funnel webs. They're the nastiest for people. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and they come inside. Do you know funnel webs can fall? We have a pool here, and we have a pool, and funnel webs can fall into it. Mouse spiders as well. They're a closely related species. Somehow they look very similar, very big, chunky black spider, but they've got a slightly grey abdomen. But both of them can fall into the water, go to the bottom of the pool, and you can pull them out. They can still be alive and active. And we've actually had one like that, which frightened the life out of me, because hubby actually grabbed it to lift it out, and we all said, no, it could be alive. It was obviously quite a docile, half-drowned spider. But within an hour or two, it fully came around. And what they do is when they go down, they have tiny air bubbles attached to them that they can then just stay alive with. And that's apparently for hours they can be in there. So yeah, you have to be really careful. But the ones that we've caught here, we've actually put into just change that for a moment. We've put them into little setups, and they then get delivered to the hospital and then taken away, that they can make antivenin from. The spiders aren't harmed. They're just kept and milked, so they can make that. Cats play with them. Tam Tam, someone tell me about Pro C powder. Do you mean vitamin C, Tam Tam? Yeah, our spiders are very large here, that's for sure. Vitamin C and guinea pigs, they do need to have that. They can't get it naturally unless it comes from their diet. So just like us as humans, we would get scurvy, and this was discovered on ships when they used to travel, for 6 months on a ship, and people were dying because of scurvy. They then discovered that if they took oranges with them, that could actually work and keep people well, but it was the vitamin C in the orange. So for guinea pigs, similarly, they need to get it from their diet. So do we need to give them extra vitamin C in their diet? The answer is actually no. If they're eating a correct intake of vitamins and nutrients, you don't need to supplement. It's a bit like us. So if we're eating well, we don't need to be supplemented. But if we're not eating well, then yes, we do. So you can apply that same theory to guinea pigs. And there's different types of vitamin C formulations. So you can obtain vitamin C in a liquid form. We don't get that here in Australia. You can order it online, but it's very expensive. The better way to do that is in a powdered form, and it's called ascorbic acid. So you can get it in a pure form without any additives or preservatives added to it, and you then sprinkle it onto their food and it will stick to it, and that's how they can consume more of it. Or you can put it into a liquid mixture. But vitamin C is one of those things that is light affected. So if you leave it in a water bottle, for example, one of the problems is the guinea pigs may not like the taste of the water anymore and not have it. But the other problem is that you have to change that within 24 hours to make sure they're going to get the best value of it. So Chris says, let's hope I've answered that, Tam Tam. Let me know if you've got any questions further on that in the chat. They'll come up. Here we go. And Suzanne says, if you can catch a live funnel web, take it to the centre. Yes, absolutely. Just here in Australia, take it to any hospital. The hospitals are a drop-off point. Here in Sydney, that is, here in Sydney, they're a drop-off point. Don't kill them and take them. Keep them in a container and take them. Chris says, I'd love to see all your wildlife. I love the birds of Australia, much more vibrant than birds native to Canada. Oh, you've got Canadian geese and some amazing countryside there. My goodness, and bears. I've never been to Canada. I'd like to do that sometime. Definitely. But you have so many parts of the world have so much diversity. It's wonderful, isn't it? We have a lot of big birds here. So a lot in the parrot species. And they're very noisy as well. So a lot of the videos you've heard where the birds are in the trees, particularly the black cockatoos, they're not quite on the endangered list, but they're I'm not sure where they are at the moment, but they are at risk. But they make a heck of a racket. They do. The birds are spectacular. Yes, correct. We don't have hamsters here in Australia. We do not. And there's a few differences. A lot of people coming from overseas are often confused about guinea pigs and hamsters. Very different animals. So when you look at hamsters, for example, they're actually omnivorous animals. So they can actually eat meat. We're very different to a guinea pig. So completely different in their diet. Their habitat is also different because they can dig and they make nests. So lots of differences in their behavior and how they are, as well as the animal size and so forth. But they're not related, and we do not have hamsters here in Australia. Not at all. No hamsters, no. People have mice here. That would be as close as it is, but we don't have hamsters. Oh, you don't think anyone likes Canadian geese over there? They look so beautiful. And they're often in a lot of artwork, aren't they? They're just spectacular, their colour, Canada geese. Hello, Ed. Good to see you again. Awesome. Ed, you'll be pleased to know, and everyone else joining us now, that we are going to do this chat every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. So put that in your diary. And I was thinking that next week we'll do something really, really special. On top of having guests and different people on here who I've already spoken to, we're going to throw something extra in there next week. So we'll have a special giveaway. Hello, Guinea Pig Laurie. because it's our very first official one next week. So this is a good preemptive time to let you know about that. Oh, really? So why, Guinea Pig Laurie says, guinea pig geese are very mean birds. Why are they mean? Why? Why are they mean birds? Are they migratory? I guess they are. Where do they migrate to? We have a lot of wildlife that actually migrates from here. Cuckoos are really interesting. They're fascinating animals. They do come to Australia and they will steal a nest of, I'm just trying to think. Yes, they take over a nest. No, they don't take it over. Sorry, I'm getting my thoughts right. They put an egg into the nest of another bird, like a magpie. And the magpie then sits on that egg and rears that chick. Meanwhile, the cuckoo's long gone. So they've laid their egg and they've gone off. But the magpie will rear those chicks. Happens to kookaburras and to magpies. They'll rear them. But the cuckoo, the baby cuckoo coming out of the little egg, at some point kicks the other chicks out of the nest so that it's the only remaining chick. And quite often when we do wildlife rescue, you'll find a bird that's come into care, but it makes the sound of whatever the parent bird was. So you know that a cuckoo was involved because often they'll make the sound of a magpie or a kookaburra. They do. Cuckoos. Oh, okay. So Suzanne says, yes, they often throw the other eggs out as well. So they plant their eggs. Must be lazy birds. They just put their eggs into a nest and leave it to someone else. They don't go back, but it's quite incredible what they do. But they are migratory. So question is, Canada geese, are they migratory? Ed, it is here 8:35 p.m. in the evening. So it'll be early time in the morning. We'll see how it goes. I thought 8 o'clock might be a good time. Australian people, let me know if you want it to be 9 o'clock. I thought we've got a lot of young people that follow the work that I do here, and it might just be a better time at 8. Might be getting on it a little bit. And I will still, of course, pop into YouTube at other times, but as a set time here every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. And we will make that a time. Suzanne says, you've got a magpie that breeds each year near you called Broken Beak. Oh, so you come to know her. That's fabulous. Magpies get a really bad name, but they're beautiful birds. I love them. So 8 is better? Excellent. Okay, well, let's stay with 8. That sounds great. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock it is. No problem, Chris. We'll see you a bit later on. So yes, Canada geese. No one's told me why they're bad birds. What do they do? Why do they misbehave? I can't imagine a goose being a bad bird. Anyway, we've gone completely off guinea pig topics, haven't we? So, vitamin C, we were talking about that a minute ago. Did I answer all of your questions, Tam Tam? So the different sources of vitamin C, we have a liquid type, which is commonly used in America. Here in Australia, if you look for the powdered form, it's much better. And it's actually a bit better than human tablets. You know, a lot of people say go and get the human form of vitamin C. It does have additives and things. It's better to get ascorbic acid as a powdered form. And for people in Oz, go to your health foods. You'll find it there. Yeah, we're a little bit. Oh, I love currawongs. Currawongs are lovely. They love garbage bins, but they're lovely birds. I've reared a few currawongs. Canada geese are mean. They bite and chase people relentlessly. Oh, okay. They sound a bit like bit like our brave lorikeets, but lorikeets are only little, but they're really quite brave with people. Wow. Hello, 11 Queen animates. Guinea pigs are very cute. Yes, they are the most adorable pets. Maybe we should ask everyone here, what do you think are the best reasons to own guinea pigs? What do you think are the best reasons? Let's throw up some comments and see what you think. There's many, many reasons. I know for people in lockdown, hey, they have been really thankful that they've got guinea pigs with them. A lot of people that live alone, they love them. They provide one-on-one time. They're really interactive, emotional support animals. Yes. Yeah. They're cute and cuddly, super cute. You can interact with them at all stages. So whether you're sitting, whether you're laying on a bed, or you're whatever you're doing, you can actually sit and talk to piggies or have them there or interact with them and feed them, and it's very, very cute. They're fluffy and super. They chase you for carrots. Yep. I don't know. I think if you've got the right food, they come after you. Yeah, we had a little, Chantal got to meet him. You didn't get to meet him, Suzanne, but he was called Orange Boy. And he was a guinea pig that absolutely went for the food that he wanted. He was a character. He certainly did chase after things. They're very easy to care for. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's an interesting one, their care level. I think when the idea is when you've got things in routine and you know what you're doing with your guinea pigs and you know the right way to go, it seems to be easy to care for them. But if you were to compare their care to another animal, let's say a dog, because guinea pigs will, poop everywhere, you've got a lot of time and energy in cage cleaning and ensuring that that is really well, whereas a dog would actually just take itself outside and be trained that way. So there is a bit more work in terms of maintenance, but there's also the offset that there's all of the cute things that you do with their housing and how you set them up and interact with them and play. It's part of the appeal with guinea pigs, part of the love that we have for them. Having different setups is really fantastic. If you're wanting to see some of the CNC boys setups, just go back to the long video that I did on those and you can see them in their CNC and what I do in there all the time. So every guinea pig's cute and used to have pre-named Patches. Oh, you had one called Patches? It's a cute name. Yeah. They've all got different personalities, and because you have to have more than one for them to be really well settled, you get to see their personalities and you can tell a lot more about them, which is great. They're super cute animals. Their sounds, their sounds are really amazing. That keeps just learning that. They've actually got a lot of body language and a lot of sounds and signals that they give. It really takes a lot of watching and observation for people to get used to that. But it's part of really getting to know them. There are more dog vets. Yeah, that's one of the downsides. We don't have a lot of people who really know their thing. It's becoming more commonplace now than it was 20 years ago, which is great because, for an animal that is so well loved and so popular, there should be the knowledge out there to support them. And that's partly why, this channel, if you go back to the earliest video that we've got on here, and you'll see it's like something like 2014. And I put that information there originally simply to help, because I was being contacted so often about what to do and how to do it. And I would say, go and check this out for half an hour, come back with any questions. And it just helped. It helped my time, helped them. And that's how these videos actually started on here. But nowadays, we do have people who are much more knowledgeable with veterinary care. And that's a really good thing to see. Yeah, one more thing with regard to lockdown. Initially in lockdown, we had a vet, an exotic vet, closed for 3 months. It must just about be open now because it's past 3 months. I'll have to check that out. That was Camden Vet. But things have become a little bit better now for people here in finding vets and getting care on board because they've sort of changed the flexibility a bit. So that's good. So bye, bye, 11 Queen. Tam. I think they always want to eat. They do. Any sort of a rustle, they'll definitely hear. There's always room to sample something else, isn't there? And that's another fantastic side of them as well. If you've got um, young people who are learning the right foods to eat, what better way than to actually have salads and salad food on board that they can also learn and enjoy in preparation as well as trying it. There's a lot of knock-on effects that way. Mm. Oh yes, seeing guinea pigs popcorn and zoom around, seeing them happy. What about seeing them sleep? That's really cute too. We often see such cute photos of them all cozy and snuggled, and yeah, there's so many different sides of these animals, and that's what makes them really fantastic. Okay. All right. Well, I think we will finish up here at this time. Give me a moment. I've got someone coming. Oh, hello. You come to visit me. Come here. Come here. Hello. Come here. So I think we will finish there. And if you have any further questions, pop them down in the chat. But we will be here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And next week, we're going to start with a special giveaway. So I look forward to seeing you then. And take care and bye for now, everyone. Thank you for following with your support with Cavy Central and joining me here tonight. Bye for now.